And that makes us live on Facebook. How are we doing Facebook? How are we doing podcast? How are we doing YouTube? Let me know in any comments, in any review section, where you're watching from, what you've been doing, how you are this week. Like, happy fucking May. Like, we're in the 5th month of the year already, right? Like, this is some epic measures, right? Do you know what I mean? What have you done for the past 4 months? Like, what have you been doing? January, February, March, April, January, February. Yeah, January, February, March. I thought I'd added a month then. What have you been doing?
Yeah, no, do you know what? It's been a crazy year already. I can't believe it's May. I don't know where the year's gone. I know it's just ever since COVID, I feel like it's just been flying past anyway. But yeah, this year's just gone mad fast. I remember Christmas happened yesterday to me, and now it's May. So it is crazy because it's going to be summer soon. I mean, what? Why?
Exactly. I mean, we're on episode 10 as well already, right? Like, this is 10 weeks of us having this group, you know, having this group, doing these sessions, like 10 whole weeks. And I'm excited for the next 10, right? I know we keep saying, or I keep saying at least, is that what are we doing? We are gonna sort of privatize the group, and we're probably going to do another go live on this at some point in the coming weeks, on specifically where we want to take this group, the Facebook group in particular. Like, for the podcast, it's not really going to affect you guys. YouTube, it probably won't affect you guys too much, but for the group, like, we'll probably do another go live like midweek something, to go over and explain on exactly what we want to do with you guys. And how we want to move forward, for sure. Now, privatizing it is obviously something we want to do, but we want to build up the people in it first, right? Like, we want to be open and straight with you guys, that we want to like boost the people in the group and have as many people in that group as possible before we privatize it. Now, the number on that, we're not too sure on it, are we, mate? Like, it's just going to be as and what we think is right. What else is on that matter?
Thinking of the list now.
For podcast guys, like, for you guys on the podcast, if you want to come and hook yourself up in the Facebook group, bearing in mind, once we do privatize it, we're going to be doing a lot more things in there. We can share a lot more things in there. So, you know, some of this stuff is going to be going over onto the podcast anyway. But it's going to allow us to, when we do videos in the future, we maybe do a little bit of screen sharing, right? So whether that be showing you into something, how we do things, or to help you progress into the digital world, and help you get started in the digital world, right? And sometimes it's going to be helpful to screen share. And if we can't obviously screen share on a podcast. Like,
no.
And so you getting yourself into the Facebook group is very, very, it's going to be efficient for you guys, right? Once it goes private, we can then pick and choose who we're going to let into the group, right? And so if you sort of don't meet a certain criteria, then we're not going to get you in. And now's the time for you to get into the group whilst it is open, whilst it is like a public group. Come and get yourself in, come and join the group, and join in with the fun. So episode 10 is...
Can't believe it's episode 10. It's mad.
Episode 10 is living your best life, right? And we don't want to suggest to you guys that you're not already living your best life, right? We don't want to do that. But for many people, they might not be, right?
Yeah.
But they may too be trapped in that shell to be like, I don't want to admit that, right? So this is something that you can watch, you can listen to, you can do whatever, and be like, hey, I really took on that advice, and you know, and it's helped. For you guys that are already living your best life, this could help live your best life even further, right, and push fucking forward. And to celebrate living your best life and doing what suits you and living you. Okay, we've rocked up in our dressing gowns tonight because we're living the best life, right? And for anybody that's in this group or listening to the podcast that is within my team, within, you know, who works closely with me, or anybody that's ever had a discovery call with me, if it's at a certain time of day, whether it be first thing in the morning or sort of like this time at night, I'm usually in this, right? I'm usually in a dressing gown or in like a comfy hoodie with some pajama pants on or whatever. Like, I am in my comfy clothes. Like, these are how I feel comfortable. Shauna, I'm guessing you do too, because...
Oh yeah, and I wore mine especially with my name on it, because I know it's a special occasion, Friday Eve, folks.
Marvelous. That's all. I might do that, as you know. I might get a dressing gown with my logo on it, right? That'd be pretty epic.
I think
Like logo on the front, my logo on this side, Nathan Digital on this side. What I'm saying?
I think that would be a good idea.
Would that be epic or what?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I want to
see. You can wear it then to every Thursday.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. So living your best goddamn life. Who is ready to that? Who is ready to admit to themselves that it might need changing? You know, like I said, we don't want to offend anybody. We don't want to be like, hey, we don't feel like you're living your best life. Like, you need to listen to this. Please remember as well that we're not qualified coaches. We're not qualified mindset professionals. We're not qualified in anything like that. But what we do is we do have our own online businesses. We have had to build our mindset ourselves. We have had to make these changes ourselves. And so this is what we are putting forward to you. This is just some of the things that we help within our team, like can help with our teams. And so we just wanted to help more people, you know, because why the fuck not? Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. We just want to, I suppose it's the way, like, as we said, we have both been through like a different, well, similar but different journey. And I think the way we want to do it is like, it's like your parents always say, isn't it? It's like, I made those mistakes so you didn't have to, and I could learn you the right way to do it. Let's say we're your parents and we are teaching you the right ways to go about it instead of you making mistakes and learning that way. We're kind of giving you the tips ahead in advance. So yeah, think of us as your gurus or something.
And for anyone that's like, oh, I don't listen to anybody, like, you know, I was someone like this. Like I always used to know what anybody else said, right? That is I don't know, that sort of like, I listened to a podcast on this earlier, actually, like maybe earlier today or yesterday, and they were saying something about like, if you're going to do something, you're going to do it. Like for children and for anybody, that anybody says don't do this or don't do that, or you need to do this, you need to do that, you do the total opposite, right? Like that's what we do, right? So I don't want you to think about it as that we're telling you not or do this. Like, we're just saying that this is what's happened.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is how it can help you, right? I always used to ignore everything that everyone said into like car finance. Like once I turned 18 and motherfuckers start giving me credit, right? I was like, I'm gonna get a car and chuck it, right? If you guys don't know what Chucky is, like Chucky is like, I don't know if you lot take down south, Shauna, but we say up north, chuck it, and that's like car finance, right? Or tick or credit, you know what I mean? Like chuck it, right? So I was like, I need to get a car and chuck it. Like, I want a car and chuck it. I want like a pretty new car and things like that. And my mum especially, and my sister was like, don't fucking do it. Like, why would you do that? You know? Like, are you joking? Like, my sister was like, learn about my mistakes, mate. Like, she's like, you know, I've been financing cars for years, and it's just like a never-ending spiral. Like, I want a different car, and then I've got to refinance that, and I've got to do it, you know? She went, don't do it. And I was like, no, I'm going to do it. So
yeah.
Life, do you know what I mean? Living my fucking best life and doing what the fuck I want to do, right? Yeah, like just take it on the chin. I can see people hopping on it and watching it on the live stream as well, which is fucking awesome. I want to just give a shout out to Rue, because Rue is in the live stream right now. Like, Rue's just done our team call and absolutely smashed it out of the park. Like, absolutely smashed it out of the park, right? Giving people advice and his knowledge that he's built, not just within this business, but in the past as well, you know, throughout all his careers. Like, he's been able to now push it onto the team, but advise the team in the best way to boost their business and help to fucking eventually, you know, boost to live their fucking best lives as well, right? So yeah, massive shout out to you, buddy.
Yeah, sharing your wisdom, that's always good. So, well, good job on that. That's really good.
Absolutely. So, I can't believe we're in May. I've said this once twice already. We are going to get into the content very soon, guys. Like, we will.
Hours later, don't worry, guys. We've got all night. I know you guys might not, but you can catch up.
I know I think this is becoming an issue as well, right? That like this time of night doing a call 9 o'clock. Like, for you guys watching on the podcast, obviously you get it on a Friday. You guys watching it on YouTube, you getting it on like Thursday night, Friday. But for anyone that's watching live in the Facebook group, it is like 9 o'clock, and you can go on to like 10:10 some nights, right? And that's not really what we want. But like we say, we're always fucking truthful with you guys. We both work full-time jobs. And at 9 p.m. on a Thursday night is the best time that we know both of us can commit to, right? We don't want to be like, oh, we'll do it, at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday, and then we'll do it 7 p.m. on a Thursday, and then the week after it's back to fucking Monday, or then do one on Sunday, and then the following week, the day after. Like, we're not into that. We want to be able to commit to you on a weekly time, on a weekly day, for you to be able to come into this group and watch it live, right? And so sometimes people don't even hop on live streams in the group, right? People don't, because it's 9 p.m. Yeah, people don't understand yet. And I always, in the very beginning of this, like backstory, not even backstory, like 10 weeks ago, I said to Shauna, in fact, for the past couple, like for the first few weeks of us running this group, like me and Shauna used to think, oh fuck, like no one's watching the live streams, stuff like that, right? Like nobody's watching them. Like what we're supposed to do? Like what should we do? We can do a live stream within our community at any time of the day, whether it be 5 a.m. in the morning or 11 p.m. at night, and we can guarantee easy 30-40 people are hopping on. Easy.
Easy.
30-40 people, boom, they're on, right?
Easy.
Because they're already they're wanting to grow. Like, they're in a group, and they're sort of paid to come to that group because they want the advice, they want the wisdom, they want the knowledge, they want the education, they want the motivation, they want everything to help them grow business.
You're doing a rap song over here, all the rhyming words there. It's like, yeah.
Exactly, right? Whereas with this group is people that, maybe coming into this group and being like, it's going to help me, but on as dead ass, kick ass motivated to actually follow through. And this is okay. Like, this is going to help the people that want the help, right?
Yeah.
And I suppose we're just going to keep running with it and keep doing things in this group, and the people that want the value will come and get the value, right?
Yeah, exactly.
In the Facebook group who is watching these videos, not just live, but on replay, things like that. With a group, it gives us some figures and some stats, and it lets us know who's been watching, so we can see you guys who are watching. Like, we can see you, we can feel you, we hear you, right? Even if you're not commenting, even if you're not liking or anything like that, we know you're here, we know that you're taking this on board, and we wish you the fucking very best of luck with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So
we're here and we're ready. Are we ready?
Yeah, I think so.
We can start now, guys. I don't know what time it is. What is it? Like, coming up 15:15, but we'll start now. We've had our chin wag.
I want to do a win this. I want to do some wins this week, right? Sean, have you got any wins? If you've not got any wins, I'll start. You can do any later. If you're watching on live stream, drop your wins in the comments. If you're watching on a replay, drop your wins in the comments. If you're watching podcasts, YouTube, whatever, like, drop them somewhere for us to be able to know what your wins in a week's are, right? But
that'd be awesome.
I'm doing this new dressing gown Saturday, and it's like, shouldn't really be doing that. Guys on the podcast, you don't know what I'm doing. That's why you should be in the Facebook group, But
you go first. What's your wins? Come on.
My win is Sunday night. Me and my business partner, in fact, it is Rupert, who was on the live a minute ago, decided that we wanted to record our own kick-ass training video to go out to the public. Not just to go out to, not even just go out to the public, like to go out to people specifically who we wanted to within the public, right? Now I've always done training videos very similar to this that have gone on for 50 minutes, an hour and a half. One's even gone on for like just short of 2 hours, right? This one is a battle down to 22 fucking minutes. 22 minutes. And for us to jam pack what I could easily do 2 hours of content on into 22 minutes, that's an ultimate win for me. Do you know what I mean? It is an ultimate win for me, right?
That's fucking awesome, that is.
If you guys are following me, you're still here, man. He's still here. Rupert is still here. I fucking love you, bro. So for you, for the people that are following me on Instagram, right? You can do that at JD Harker. Shauna, at Happiness and Positivity.
Yep.
But for you guys that are following me on my Instagram, if you're not, go ahead and follow me. Over the next weekend, so probably starting tomorrow, which is the 7th of May through to like the 8th, 9th of May, I'm going to be allowing 7 people, because I'm feeling vibing 7, right? 7 people to be able to watch this training video without giving me their email address, without giving me their anything for me to for anything that they want to do, right? They'll literally have to, all they have to do is drop into my DMs. Yeah. Drop into my DMs, and from there I'll be sending a link to the video and being like, hey, check it out. What you do after that video is entirely up to you. Whether you connect with me for a discovery call, awesome. Whether you connect with me to message me, awesome. That whatever it may be, that's what's going to be happening. So feel free to come and give us a follow on Instagram, and you'll be able to do that for.
That would be amazing. Yeah.
Have you seen the subtitles in the Facebook group?
Yeah. Definitely makes sense. But yeah, no, quickly before we do start, my wins is that I've started gym again, which is fucking epic. So I feel good. So yeah, I went yesterday morning and I'm going tomorrow morning again before work because I feel like it fits into my lifestyle and it's making me feel so good again. And yeah, and business side of things, I got a sign up this week and he's an amazing guy and he's ready to push his life to the next level. So yeah, I've had a good week.
Yeah, I mean, like, someone joining your team is fucking awesome, right? Having that new team member come in is fucking incredible.
Yeah, it is.
And obviously, you've been speaking to me about this chap as well, and he seems like he is ready. He was born ready to live his fucking best life, right?
Yeah, exactly, and that's what we want.
Exactly, and yeah, I'm pumped for you, man. Like, proper pumped for you. So on them words, best life, let's fucking fire in. So, how to live your best life by like starting today, right? Starting to when you listen to this video, listen to this podcast, watch this video, like whatever it may do. I've got this in my hand again. Let's put it down. Just hide it. Yeah, like who's ready? Who is ready? Excuse me. So, as human beings, one of our deepest rooted desires is to have a meaningful and happy existence, right? You've probably heard of that saying, live your best life. Like, you've probably heard of it many times. If you're a follower of this podcast, if you're a follower of this group, like I will have said it multiple times on every single video so far, right? Guaranteed. But it's good advice. Like, it is good advice, right? For me personally, and I put this in the description, or the show notes, or wherever you're going to see them. Like, living your best life should not be a luxury and like a, you know, like an added extra to your life pack, right? It should be default. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be default. If you're not living your best life, what the fuck? Why? Why not? Why? It should be default. You know, default. It's up to you on whether you take that away from default and you start customizing that shit to not live your best life, or you're like, hey, let's go with default. Let's start living our best life. Let's add new things into that default and customizing it so we can live an even better life, right? Period. So we all want to feel connected to both ourselves and others, right? But we want to feel like we're part of something important and that we're making a difference to the world. Like, many people want that, but not many people will push forward and do that, right? Like, my biggest mission of 2021, Sean, I'm sure you've got a mission as well and you can share it. Absolutely. I'm saying, but my biggest mission of 2021 is to help ordinary people live an extraordinary lifestyle, right? And that is my mission throughout 2021. Now, these people can be all different walks of life. Like, at the beginning of 2021, I was like, I just want to help parents. I want to help people just like me. No, like, why would I want to have like a load of parents on my team? Like, as much as, yeah, I'd love to help them people. No, I want to help people from all across the globe, all across the land, right? Maybe not.
All across the land. Sounds like a fairy tale.
Maybe not like all across the globe, but all different walks of life, right? As well as dipping into like different countries and stuff, which are going to be for cool. But help people go and live an extraordinary lifestyle because they want to do it. And I'm telling you to help people that come to me and be like, yeah, I want to, but I don't actually want to. Like, I want to help these committed, dedicated motherfuckers really create a lifestyle that they want to live, right? Sean, have you got a mission?
Yeah, do you know what my mission, I think my biggest mission of 2021 is to help people find true happiness and positivity, because I think it can be in your everyday life, and I want to help people change their life for the better. I want them to see the good in every day. I want them to find that light in the darkness. I've been through times like that myself, and there is a way to get out of it. So that is my biggest mission, just to help people with that.
Exactly. And we want to be able to look back at our lives and our achievements, right? And be fucking proud.
Yeah.
In sort of short terms, that we want the saying, what the saying goes, like to live our best motherfucking lives, right? That is what we want to do. So let's do it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But what does living your best life mean to you guys that are listening, watching? Like, what does that mean to you? Like, what is obviously, like, living my best life isn't just about helping people. Like, living my best life is being able to make myself proud, like make my family proud, make people around me sort of, proud, like have the time freedom that I want, have not necessarily the financial freedom, like as much as I have these financial freedom desires and I have plans for financial freedom and what I want to do with it, that's not a priority right now. What a priority for me is time freedom. That is my living my best life, and that is what we're working towards right now, okay? But at the moment, I'm still living my best life because I'm being able to help some kick-ass people start a business that is enabling them to live their best life. And I'm not only being able to do that, but I'm being able to have a fuck ton of fun on the way as well, right? I do excuse that in the 22 minutes that we have been live or recording, I've sworn a hell of a lot. I am sorry, but I'm not sorry. It's probably going to continue for the entire hour.
Yeah.
But guys, we're all unique individuals, so living your best life is exclusive to you, okay? You living your best life is not me living my best life, yeah? You helping others, like me helping other people living their best life, yeah, that is a sense of joy and thrill out of me for sure. But we're going to speak a little bit more about on them terms later on, right? But like living your best, like so helping other people do that and making sure that other people are happy first. That's not living your best life. Copying what somebody else's best life isn't going to be yours, right? Your best life will reflect on your true values. It will be made up of what makes you happy, and will be colored in by what making a difference means to you, right? Yes.
Yo. Awesome. No, I like that. That was good. So what stops you from living your best life? While living your best life is all about you, because it is, what other people think can have a massive, massive impact on your quest to live your best life. And me and Jack are definitely true. We've had people's opinions, and sometimes, not ourselves, we didn't fall to those opinions because we were like, no, it's my life, it's about living my best life. Taking in other people's opinions, it can mess up your life so much, but you need to learn not to always take someone's opinions. Definitely take them into account, but don't be like, right, what you said, that's right, I'm going to live my life that way. No. Your life is yours to live. Do not take people's opinions, because years later, you might find their opinion was wrong and your gut feeling was right, and your life could have been so much different than what it is, what you're stuck in. But social media, for example, puts us under a lot of pressure, which it definitely does. There are specific expectations of what happy looks like, and we're under pressure to confirm what society expects. And so what we mean by what happy looks like, you'll find Instagram pictures of people on a beach saying, oh, this is me living my best life, blah, blah, blah. It's a lot of this. And the thing is, not all those people that take those pictures are happy. They're not in the best, it's just for show. It's just there. And we definitely, obviously we put pictures up either with we're out naturing or holiday like Barcelona and that we talk about. That was us living our best life, but we're there. It's not to put in people's face. That was one of our best moments of our life, because it's on the midst of our journey that we are currently on at the moment, and we do want to share those moments because it's stepping stones we can look back on and go, oh, I remember that when that happened, this was who I was, but this is who I was now. So that is there for us.
I mean, so going back to Barcelona there, right? I was sharing a lot of content then on social media, right? When we were out there, like I did live streams while I was out there. I was constant on my stories, like I was posting for weeks upon end afterwards, right? Because it was my first fucking proper business I've been to.
Yeah.
We was in Barcelona, and there was nice beaches, there was sangria, we was in a house, we had a pool in the house, we had a lovely rooftop terrace sort of thing. You know, got bitten to fuck by mosquitoes, right? Like, and we learned a hell of a lot. And it was sort of showing people that, you know, as much as this is like a business trip, right?
Yeah.
It's also a lot of fun, right? But we're also having a very educational part of it. But we're
Yeah,
also having fun.
exactly.
No, we're also being able to drink like a jug of sangria on our lunch, like on our, so I say lunch
I
break.
love.
Um, but like having that and then going back to more training, right? And
Yeah,
like having the fun and meeting the people. Like, there were
exactly.
300 people at that event, right? People that I'd never met before, okay? People I'd only ever met on the internet. But I shit you not, this, right? I'd only been in the business 6 months.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
6 month-ish, right?
Yeah.
And people was running up to me being like, Jack, fucking hell, Jack, ah. You know what I mean? I was like, who are you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they knew
Yeah.
me, yeah, because I'd been sort of a figure in the group and I'd been always out there and putting myself out there, right? So people
Yeah.
would see me and people knew my vibe and knew who I was, right? But like I wasn't doing it to boast and being like, oh, look at me, I'm in Barcelona for them. I was doing it to be like, look what the fuck I'm doing, you know? I've
Yeah.
taken a couple of days off of work to come out to another country, to be educated and to learn about what I want to, the new career path that I want to take for the rest of my life. Not only
Exactly.
I'm having a fucked load of fun, a fuck ton load of fun with people that I've never met in my life before. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No,
Like,
exactly. I agree with you. I do. I mean, they say don't mix business and pleasure, but we fucking did, and it was the best experience ever.
they don't mix business with pleasure, but I'm sorry, if you can't mix your business with pleasure, then is your business even pleasurable?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
have you even got like you might have a successful business, right? I've come close now. So you might have a successful business, right? But imagine that you had this said business and it was fetching you, I don't know, let's say it's a fucking high-end business and it's turning you over
Yeah.
£1 million a year, £10 million a year, right? But that business makes you miserable as fuck. Is it even a business? Like, is it even pointless? A point in doing it? No.
No.
If that business is fetching you in, I don't know, 2-3K a month, you're turning over like 2-3K a month, right? But you've been able to live your best goddamn life with it, and you've been able to do what you want to do with it, and you've been able to live your best reality with it.
Yeah.
This is for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
No, exactly.
all the financial rewards, awesome. Like no, like it's having the best time, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, go for
No,
it.
it is. No, you're right. You're definitely right there. I think definitely Barcelona was a big experience for us, and I think it showed us that you can mix business and pleasure. Like we were all working our asses off that whole weekend we were there, but we were also having like the best time of our life. We were laughing, we were sharing a few drinks, we were going out, we were seeing Barcelona, but we were working hard. We were going to those workshops, and it was so good because we were learning, but then we were going out and celebrating the learning and then talking about what we learned, but we were having fun while doing it. And it was, you know what, mixing business pleasure, definitely. I think before it was like, oh, don't do that, but do you know what, definitely change your heart. Ever since that trip, I think it kind of opened our eyes, like you can mix business to pleasure, because you need to be enjoying what you're doing, otherwise there's just no point. Your life is just not, it's not worth going after a job that does not give you that warm feeling inside you that makes you to think, I want to get up and do this every day. I don't care how many hours I put into it, I want to do it. And that's the kind of thing you want. So what you said, Jack. But yeah, but so from what I've said, yeah, so society has expectations for us, but it is a long, long bloody list of what they have. Social media claims to connect us, but often it can do the opposite. Sometimes it can really break you away from social media. You've had enough of seeing what you're seeing, and it's just not true anymore. But then look at me and Jack. We talk about an online business. I like an online family to us. Sometimes connecting us, that's the best part of it, but it can massively do the opposite, and it can. But the thing is, we can spend so much time worrying about what other people are doing, what they're thinking, what life they're living. But the thing is, sorry, trying to live that society, live that life that society expects of us. And the thing is, it can be easy to lose your way and to lose track of what actually makes us happy and what our best life actually looks like. Because in the end, we're just living the life that everyone else is living, trying to please our inner selves, thinking it's the life we want to live when it's not. You need to live your best life. Everyone has a different interpretation of what the best life is. So what I say is sit down, think about it, go out and live it. No one else's, someone else's life is not going to be good enough for you. And I'm telling you that now because you're unique, as Jack said, and you need to start figuring out what is your best life and what you want to wake up every day doing.
Oh, sure. Back to what you're saying, like social media connects us and then also can draw us away, right? Social media drawing you away can absolutely do that. Like it can have a bad impact on what you think, right?
Yeah.
Like you are the average of the 5 people you're spending the most time with. So if you're constantly seeing someone's bullshit post on the social media, it's gonna have an influence on you, right? So yeah, but then connecting us, like it does connect. Like me and Shauna, we connect us through online. And you know, all the community and my team, like we're all one big family, you know, like Sean's like that as well. Like we're all one big happy bloody online family, and like it's just awesome. Like I'm on Zoom now, right? But my other half, because literally she probably won't walk in right now because we're live streaming, right? So she's not like she just won't do it. But afterwards, she could walk in and she'd be like, "Hey, how you doing?" You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
she's also a part of it. You know what I mean? It's like it's just like being one. I don't know. It's like just one big awesome fucking. I love it. But I want you guys to learn to start the journey, right? Yeah. This is the whole journey for you to start, right? Starting to live your best life doesn't come overnight. Like you ain't gonna be like, hey, I'm not living my best life right now. You're not gonna go to sleep, wake up in the morning and be like, I'm living my best life right now. Although you say that, and you're gonna be like, you know, you're gonna be the have do be. Be do have do, you know, be do have. You don't want to have do be, you want to be do have, right? You want to be the person you want to be to have the life that they want to live, right? So be that best life living person to be the person that lives the best life, right? But what I want you to, what I want you guys to understand is what does it look like? What does living your best life look like, right? And some of these next tips and tools that we're going to be going on is going to help you move forward from living your current life right now to living your best goddamn life, okay? Yeah. So, that one's supposed to, that one for
the camera's dropped.
Yeah, my drop. So number one is be the best version of yourself. So to live your best life, you must be the best version of yourself. Don't try being someone or something that you are not. Okay. Don't try to be what other people want you to be, right? Like, don't do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying to you guys, everyone, you only need to go and live your best life, like you need to do this. I'm saying this because it's going to open your fucking mind to the endless possibilities of your life. But I'm not saying you definitely need to go and do it. If you want to stay in the way you are now, crack on, stay there. But don't let other people control you on what you should be. You know what I mean? Like you be the person that dictates who you want to be and who you want to become. Focus on who you want to be. Play it to your strengths and be proud of what makes you different, right? Makes you different. You are fucking brilliant. You're awesome. Yeah, you are awesome.
Exactly.
So I don't know if you guys have heard of this woman, but I think we pronounce her name Gretchen Rubin. Okay, and in her book Happiness Project, okay, it's she sort of creates her own sort of commandments, if you will. Do you know what I mean? You get me?
Yeah.
So the first one is be Gretchen, right? And so this is that she gives herself permission to follow her gut feeling and make up her own rules, right? So if she feels like that should be a rule for her life, she creates that. She lets it happen, right? She doesn't let fear like of what other people are going to say like affect that. So for example, she gives an example within a book. She stopped forcing herself to enjoy parties, cocktails, and fashion because
Yeah.
That's what she thought that society wanted her to do, but it wasn't actually what she fucking wanted. Yeah, she was going to these parties. She was going to these parties. She was like, yeah, parties, and she was having these cocktails. She's like, yeah, cocktails. That was not a good thing. Guys, if you're listening to on a podcast, please come to the Facebook group. Skip to around about. Bear with. Let me give you a time scale on this.
Bear with. It's like a chicken pot.
Skip to around about 34 minutes within the video and watch what I just did. Funny. So she does this, right? She allows herself to give that permission, right? To stop enjoying, stop forcing herself to enjoy them parties, stop forcing herself to enjoy them cocktails, and having that fashion. Like, she came up with her own rules and changed her own thing, right? So, inspired by Gretchen, okay, create your own commandment. Be more of you and remind yourself that every day you are you, right? And be unapologetically fucking you, okay? Be unapologetically you, right? I did a post about this a while back. I did it. Side note. I did a post on this right a while back, okay? And I don't know if you remember it, man. I think it was back in the last year. Anyhow, I did this post about being unapologetically you, and the amount of people that commented and was like, yeah, man, like, awesome, like, yeah, be unapologetically you. And I knew for a fact that they wasn't there. They lived behind a bullshit shield, okay? And they were living in their own little fantasy. They weren't doing that. Don't big up my post. Do you know what I mean? I sort of felt like, don't big up my post if you're not doing it yourself, right?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
that's what it was doing. Okay. I think these people are in the group, so you've probably got a chance to listen to this right now. But yeah, be inspired by that. Create your own fucking commandments. Be more of you. Like I've just said, be more of you, and remind yourself of this every single day. Be unapologetically you. Unapologetically. Okay. Don't apologize. I'll apologize. I'll apologize to anyone. No.
He's like, fuck no, I don't apologize. But yeah, no, definitely. But no, so number 2, guys, right? Observe yourself. Work out what the best you looks like. You must get to know yourself better, and this is so critical. You need to really sit and get to know yourself, what you really want to do with your life, what you really don't want to do with your life, your likes, your dislikes. It is really best to get to know the real you, who you are inside. It is your best life after all. As I said earlier, it's not anyone else's. It's not about anyone else. It's about making it your best life and not about making anyone else's life better. Start to notice specifically, we've done this ourselves, how you respond to various situations. What are your habits in particular? What makes you happy? What frustrates you? How do you behave under pressure? What gives you energy and what drains you? These are so vital in realizing who you are as a person, because the more you start thinking about these questions, there'll be so much that comes to mind, like, oh, wait a minute, this actually frustrates me. Oh, wait a minute, this really gives me good vibes. Oh, wait a minute, this really drains the fuck out of me. Putting it in nice words. But honestly, spend a week simply noticing who you are as a person. And if you have time, either whatever's best for you, think in your head, write it down, put it in your phone, but write your observations down so you remember. It is so good to learn those things about yourself, because you're opening yourself up more to what you want in life, and you're learning what you don't want. So I feel like it's one of those, when you realize what you want, it's like law of attraction, as me and Jack like talking about.
Oh, yes.
And the things you don't like, shabang, goodbye, see ya, out the door.
Gone. Yes. I love it for sure. Like, yeah, so like that is what you want to be doing, yeah. Figure out what them habits are. Yeah, you good habits, any bad habits, right?
Yeah.
If then bad habits can be created into good habits, then do that. Yeah. What makes you happy? What is making you happy? Do more of it. Yeah, Shauna, do more of it.
Do more of it. Good, you sound like a teacher now. Do more of it. Do it. Do it.
Yeah. What frustrates you? Like, figuring out what frustrates you is awesome, man, because then you can figure out the things that do frustrate you, and then do fucking less of it. Yeah,
exactly.
Less of that shit. People that are frustrating you, slingshot, fly them away. See you later. Yeah.
Yeah, not a
Out.
big out of that boomerang knife. Get rid of it. Just throw it out the pot. Get rid of
Exactly.
it.
If they're in the shape of a boomerang or anything like that, make sure you straighten them out because you don't want to come back. Do you know what I mean? But
Out.
like I said, identifying your habits, both good and bad. What I want to focus on right now, the third tip, is identifying your bad habits. So as part of your observations, you start to notice the bad habits. So consider that the things that don't ultimately make you feel good, consider them and piss them off. Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
Right? So just scrolling mindlessly through Instagram or Facebook or TikTok's a new one. That's like a new drug, right? Addicted.
Bad habit.
Does that make you happy? Because if it makes you happy for 5 minutes, for 5 whole minutes, yeah. Although TikTok is a very, very, let's say, you click on TikTok for, you know, and you're like, I'll just have a cheeky 5 minutes on this. So that should be 5 flicks of the thumb, right?
Yeah.
1 minute videos, 60-second videos. Average there probably around about 40 seconds each video. So I'll allow you, you know, maybe 8 flicks of the thumb, right? After them 8 flicks, you should be turning it off, but you don't do you hit, right? You keep going and going and going and going and going, and then that 5 minutes turns into hours, right? Each one. But for the rest of them, although you're enjoying yourself, right? You're all enjoying yourself. And for anyone that does do that and struggles with TikTok like that and they're all scrolling through it, make sure that you're following people that motivate you, educate you, and make you feel good about yourself. Okay? Then the 3 types of people that you want to be following. And then all you want to do is for all week, just go onto your For You page. Once you're on your For You page, they're the only people that you're going to see. So you're going to be motivated, educated, and made to feel good about yourself. Okay? And then allow yourself for 10 minutes a day, maybe, or even 10 minutes a week. To go onto the For You page. No. You want to go to the following page and do that. So you're only having the motivation, the education, and the feel good vibes. And then for 10 minutes a day or 10 minutes a week, go onto the For You page and see what else you can follow, right? Like what other people are going to motivate you. That's how I would say to make social media better for you as well. So scrolling endlessly through social media, is that helping you? Do you feel happy? You probably do 5 minutes and that's it, right? Let me know if that is you. Mate, Natasha's in the comments here, right? I believe in myself, mate. You do fucking believe in yourself. Like Rupert has been telling me so much about you recently, and I can't wait for you to move forward with creating your fucking best life for you and your fiance, right? It's gonna be fucking awesome. Sam, you're in as well. Are you watching? Awesome to see your face.
Hey, Sam.
So so the last glass of wine, that was delicious. So this is another bad habit. Like you love the wine, but you pay the price later, right? For most people, for me, I don't. Like I can drink wine and wine and wine and wine. Yes, I get to a point where I end up being absolutely arsehole, but the morning after, I have no hangover, right? Which is really cool. Okay.
No hangover. That's so good.
Like So the chocolate, for instance, that was it. That was an enjoyable moment. You know, I could go and eat a chocolate bar right now, and I can be like, I can literally do that, right? And it's amazing. It's amazing for the 30 seconds it takes to that to digest, right, or to get it past this area, right? Well, for it to go through my few double chins, right? For it to go through them, and then that's it. That's the only pleasure I get out of it. Next to it, I'm like sugar. I love sugar in the moment. I hate sugar afterwards. I hate it coming down from sugar. It's horrible. But when the sugar, like I said, so when the sugar high is over, are you feeling regretful? Fucking I do. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It's horrible. Why do I do it to myself? I don't know. Okay. Observe yourself first, guys, and then start to deliberately do more of the things that make you fucking happy and give you more energy. Okay. Period. Right. So at the same time, what you want to also do is be working on reducing and then eliminating the bad habits that sort of squandering your time, that are draining your motherfucking energy, and are ultimately making you unhappy and dissatisfied with your life.
Yeah, no, definitely. Awesome. So yeah, I'm going to hit up with point 4, set intentions. So after having thought about what makes you happy and what drains your energy, focus on what living the best life looks like for you. One of the keys to this is being intentional about it. When you deliberately set intentions, you are more likely to act with purpose and drive. Setting intentions is completely, massively different from setting goals. Goals are your list of things you want to achieve. Some of them you do, some of them you don't. It's kind of like a bucket list. Sometimes you never get to it. But the thing is, you can set them daily, monthly, yearly, or a combination of things. Like me and Jack, we like setting ourselves, definitely we love setting ourselves goals. We like setting baby goals, and then we like setting bigger goals, and then bigger goals and bigger goals. So we always try and do our best to make sure we're meeting where we want to be and setting intentions for ourselves. It's not like, oh, Jack, I wish I could do this by then. Jack's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You wish you are going to fucking do that by then.
No, I do this all the time. I do this all the time with you. I don't know. I'm like, you're
every
like,
5 seconds, she's like,
like she want to be like, oh, I'm thinking about doing this in like the month of April. And I'd be like, no, you are doing it in the month of April. And she's like, yeah, I'm thinking about doing this. And I'm like, no, you are doing this. Like, if this is just a slight thought, it is happening. You're doing it. Yeah. If you don't want to do it, don't even mention it to me.
yeah, literally.
You know what I mean?
Right. He is so true. But honestly, guys, a common practice is to define goals and write them down. We definitely do it. We don't really write them down. Maybe we kind of plan it in our heads, and because it's the same goals we've had for a while, they're like indented. So there's no writing needed. It's written in my brain and it's never leaving. But this makes them more tangible and it makes you more accountable for them. Therefore, making the goals more likely to happen, which me and Jack are doing. We're making ourselves accountable for them. Did you have something to say, Jack? I was just seeing you looking behind there. Are you good?
No, I was just looking. I usually work right with like weekly goals on here, or like weekly intentions or tasks that I need to follow out with, right? But I've cleared that, but
Thursday of all days. Jeez.
No, I've cleared it. It's done. Like I've cleared everything that I needed to do this week. Pretty much done. It's cool. So I think a couple of days just chill out.
See, guys, setting those goals, Jack is definitely a number one for me. Definitely gives me that push to get my arse moving. But honestly, the subtle yet important difference between goals and intentions is that when setting intentions, you decide what kind of positive feelings and emotions you are seeking from those goals. So like, say, for example, Jack says to me, I want to be in a different country by the end of June. And the reason his emotions and feelings towards it is, I'm guessing he wants to fucking travel, and I'm guessing he wants a holiday, and I'm guessing he wants a bit of, a bit of freedom and to just have a kind of downtime to get away from all the madness. We have had so much madness since last year, and it'd be so good just to go time out. I need to get away, get your thoughts together, get collected, and it does. I think, like Jack, that was just random. I don't know if you're going away, and if you were, it'd be freaky. But that was just a
not this year. I don't think. We might do UK. We might do a UK trip, like a little road trip or whatever. But
I'm straight. There's loads in UK to see, mate.
Yeah, I'm just gonna read some of these comments while we're in here. It's not often I do this. But Sam, she's like, I've just done a workout because I feel like shit for all the stuff that she's been eating recently, and now she's going ahead and trying to work all that off, which is awesome. She's also saying this, she's loving this. We've got
that girl. I'm going to the gym again tomorrow morning. I haven't ate shit yet, but I feel like it's tonight. It might happen. No, I'm trying to be, or I might pass out. It's either one. But yeah, no, I'm trying to go in the mornings now, because I feel like when I go in the mornings, I think about it the whole day. It's like, no, I worked so hard this morning. I'm not eating shit. So I'm trying to get that into my head. It's kind of working, kind of. But yeah, no. So, for example, this week, my intention is to approach my admin tasks with gusto in order to complete them more quickly. So basically, that's just an example. I definitely want you to try examples like, what would your intentions for the week to be? How do you want to approach the week? What is your intention to set for it? Intentions can be massively more motivating than goals, because if you don't achieve your goal, it can feel like a failure and it can massively hold you back. Sometimes if, like, so far, I've stopped setting myself unachievable goals because I know realistically what I want. I'm not going to say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to climb Mount Everest. I'm not setting myself stupid goals that I'm not going to do anytime soon. It's about setting those realistic goals, because accomplishing them, it makes you feel so good. But that's why Jack's always said to me from the start, set baby goals, work your way up. Because getting those little goals, it's like hitting, let's say, flags on the way up to the higher goal you want to reach.
So yeah, so it's like, so you've got your big goal and where you want to be, right? And then you sort of reverse engineer it into exactly. The smaller goals. And that Rupert's just put in the comments here, if you don't write goals down, it's just an idea for sure. And then by writing them down, he says here, like, then by writing them down, you can then form a plan. And that's for sure. Like, you can then reverse engineer a plan to be able to help you achieve them goals, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
No, exactly. But the thing is, if you don't if you don't achieve your intention to approach something in a specific way, you can more easily regroup and have another try. Whereas goals, I feel like they hit you harder, don't they? It's like a slap. So I definitely think that is a good way. I'd write down your intentions every month, week, or day, using whichever time frame works best for you. So, for example, another example, because we love them. So I intend to enjoy going swimming 3 times this week, or I intend to build my network in my local area this month. Setting intentions gives you something to focus on specifically, and it also helps manage the feeling of being overwhelmed that often happens when we set ourselves goals, which is very true. Often, depending on the goal, you do make yourself overwhelmed. It's like, oh my God, it's that day. Oh my God, I've got 10 days left to achieve it. You do overwhelm yourself, and you feel like, I think the more pressure you have on yourself to achieve a goal, it does not happen because your mind's not flowing freely and you're not getting stuff done in order to achieve that goal. You need to take the baby steps in order to get to the big goal. So definitely intentions first, set the goals later.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. So number 5 is visualizing living your best life. Okay, visualization is something that I'm very, very strong on and very passionate about. But I'll go into that in another later day. But visualization can sort of help you to cement your intentions, and it involves visualizing how it would make you feel. So for instance, living your best life, like visualize that and what it's going to do, and then figure out how that's going to make you feel. And then that can help you further establish on what you want and allow you to settle into a position where you have a positive mindset, right? So to visualize, first choose your focus, choose your specific intention and how you feel once it is accomplished. Then what you want to do is sort of take the time to daydream and allow your imagination to wander, okay? If you need a little bit of something to help you do that, feel free. So for example, if your intention is to swimming 3 times a week, like Shauna said, imagine what you will look and feel like, right? Not just in the moment, like obviously you're going to feel pretty wet and happy and, you know, pumped up in that, right? And
hopefully not drowning.
Yeah, and hopefully not drowning, right? And you're going to feel pretty happy, but like figure out what you're going to feel like. So what will you wear? How are you going to get there? You know, what time of day are you going there? You know, are you going to feel how are you going to feel, right? When you're in the water, when you drop into that water, how are you going to feel? Yeah, how do you feel afterwards? Are you feeling awesome? Are you feeling pumped? Are you feeling like happy about yourself? And then ask yourself these little questions over and over to allow yourself to sort of feel the same feelings as if you would if you were there in that moment in time, right? And that is going to help. Okay, that will help. So one last thing that we want to cover real quick is to whip through 10 ways to start living your best life, right? So yeah, we're just gonna whip through these because we've only got about 6 minutes left.
Yeah, promise. We're trying to stay on time this time. We always go over, man.
Yeah. So number 1 is focus, right? Whatever you do, just focus. Okay, focus on what needs to happen. Yeah. A quote from Michael LeBouf who is the author of The Millionaire in You. He said, "Winners focus, losers spray." Right. Yeah. So yeah, like figure out that you need to do that. Focus. Number 2, take responsibility for taking action. Okay, taking action can feel scary, but hopping out of that comfort zone is going to help you a lot. And then number 3 is live in the present, live in the fucking now. You are in the now. You're not in the future yet. Tomorrow's promised to no one. Figure out what's happening now. Whatever's happened in the past, happened in the past. Can you change it? No, you can't. Leave it in the past. Figure you now. You're in the now. I'll let you do a few, mate.
Yeah, no, definitely. So yes, declutter, guys, declutter. This applies to the environment you live in as well as the people you spend time with. Use a decluttering method of asking, does this bring you joy? And I definitely need to ask myself that, because my house could use a decluttering. So relish the simple things. When we are busy, we can forget to appreciate what we have. Take time to focus on the simple things, even when you're feeling low. There's always, and I always say this, there's always something to be grateful for. It's like I always say, in darkness, there's always a way to find the light. Journaling, always a simple way to write your thoughts down. Definitely recommend it. I do it now and again, and it's so good to get your thoughts out here onto paper. Clear head, clear zone. Let's go.
Absolutely. Making number 7, like, make someone else's day. Yeah, make someone else's day. Even if you walk up to someone, right, in your current workplace or in your local park or whatever, and be like, have a fucking awesome day, right? You have yourself an epic day. Yeah, that could be the best thing that they've heard in weeks, right? There could be even a really low state right there. So like, make someone else's day, and you seeing that reaction from them will in turn help you, feel more uplifted and empowered, right? Number 8 is looking after your body. Okay, Shauna, she's just started the gym again. She's getting ready to do that. I'm going to be getting back into the gym relatively soon as well. To start looking after my body. Like, I focused a lot on my mind, and I sort of let my body slip. Like, I do that, right? I do follow diet. Don't get me wrong. But I need to get back into some weight resistant training, like, and really, figuring out my body as well, because that is also good for your mind and your soul. Yes. Do you know what I mean? Number 9 is manage your inner critic. Okay, most people have an inner critic that tells them that they're not good enough, and that they're a fraud in their life, right? And that they have, they're going to get found out, right? Like, bullshit. That is called imposter syndrome, and I would love to do an entire session on that. Yes. For sure, period. And then, do you want to go on number 10?
Yes, be prepared to change the plan. You may have set intentions to live your best life. However, life is not linear, nor does it work in lists. You must expect to be flexible and change the plan as life throws things your way. Like our last week, when we were talking about fear, we were talking about the fear of things changing. Be prepared to change your plan. If things change, if things happen, you need to skirt and find a new way and change plan. Do it. Definitely, best advice I can give. Always be flexible and ready to change your plan.
So to wrap things up and give it a little bit of a conclusion, you want to live each day act like it counts, right? And remember that it's your choice. Your best life is unique to you. Don't compare yourself to others. Focus on living your best life and enjoy the learning, the exploration, and the experiences along the way. And something that I dropped in the bottom of our notes as well, that I did a post about this a couple of days ago over on one of my Facebook profiles, and then I did it over on Instagram today, right? Yeah. And this is, in fact, I think I did it in the group for you guys as well.
Yeah, I think you did.
I did, didn't I? So I'm going to say it again because I love it. But if you're feeling lost and out of control, okay, if you aren't taking any action to turn your life around now, then the chances are that you will live in the same routine for the rest of your time. Maybe life is uncertain for you right now, but you're capable to take back control of your life for sure. Okay, so use what we've been discussing right now to get back on track with achieving your true potential and greatness. And again, like we always say, if you need to reach out to any of us, we are more than happy to help. But on that note and on that bombshell, I think we should wrap things up, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. I just want a last word. As Jack said, your true potential. Honestly, everyone has a true potential inside them. You just have to have the belief in yourself to unlock that true potential. And believe me, you will be fucking flying sky high, rocket ship, soaring across the sky. No fucks given. So
for sure. And one last thing before we go as well, Natasha has just put in the comments that you need to set realistic time frames, right?
Yeah.
There's no point being like, There's no point like I'm going to be living my best life like that tomorrow. No, you're not, right? Figure out when you're going to be able to make the transition and start your journey properly. You can say, I'm going to start my journey tomorrow, but you can't say that you're going to be ultimately living your best life. Like I am on a journey of living my best life. Doesn't mean I'm doing it right now. Do you know what I mean? I'm still on my journey of doing that.
Exactly.
And I'm having a fucking good time while doing it. Do you know what I mean?
The journey is the best bit. Remember, the journey is the best. It's not the destination. It's the journey you take on the way.
Absolutely. But for me, peace out.
Peace out. Bye.